Ring the bell.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Slam Society, and welcome to our review show here of NXT Great American Bash, Week 1, July 30th, 2024, from the Performance Center in Orlando, Florida. I'm your host, Karlifornia, as per usual, and I feel bad that I've not been watching a lot of NXT lately. I think I've missed out on maybe the last 5 weeks of TV or something like that, 5 to 4 weeks. I probably have not seen anything since Heatwave. So that's why I'm going into this not really sure what the lay of the land is there in NXT right now. And after watching this show, I feel like I've done myself a disservice by not continuing to watch the NXT product, because this is what's going on here, right? And I figured this out early on. If you miss out on NXT for a few weeks, you will come back and you will have no idea what is going on. You'll be brought up to speed, which is good. And I'm not complaining about that. I'm commending them for it, because what that does is it trains the viewer to think to themselves, man, I can't miss a week of this, because if I miss a week, I will be behind on the stories when I get back to it. So it's just the way it is. It's crash TV. If you go a few weeks, the lay of the land may have changed in one fell swoop. So I'm going into this, surprised by some of the things I'm seeing. And I really, you know what? I enjoyed the show. Hank and Tank are shown as the guest hosts for this episode. I don't know what they're doing with these guys. I don't know where they're headed. I feel bad for them in a way. They never really seem to do a whole lot except for backstage things. I know that they pro wrestle on NXT Level Up a bit. I think they had a bit of a back and forth with DuPont and Igwe, TNT, I think they're called, which is a great team name. But you know what? I thought it was actually quite amusing what they did to open the show here, breaking into the Performance Center and then turning on the lights and all the crowd are in the building. I also really popped for the setup with the food, hot dogs and chips and shit, and on picnic tables. You know, it really is a great American bash. So let's crack on with it, shall we? Roxanne Perez enters the building looking good, looking pumped. Tony D and the family. Hey T, how you fucking doing, Tone? Hey T, how you fucking doing, Tone? They rock up. Obafemi exits the car. He is a warrior, Obafemi, with his fucking title over his shoulder as he gets out the car. This is like the thing that I always laugh at with wrestling, especially WWE. If this were like real, if people walk around with their little title belt, and I've talked about this plenty of times, but if they're walking around with their little title belt, they will get picked on. They will get teased for being a mark for themselves. Anyone who, like, people walking around with their title on their shoulder, dude, I will make fun of Kalani Jordan for that later. It's not their fault. They're told to do it. They need the belt represented and shown. I get it, but it's a bit annoying. Metaphor make their entrance, and it's Jakara Jackson and Lash Legend taking on the Unholy Union for the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. That is Alba Fire and Karlifornia. Fucking rare. She's from fucking Scotland. Actually, Isla Dawn is also from fucking Scotland. But like, I don't think I can say Isla Dawn in a Scottish accent. I can't say Alba Fire because they're Karli fucking rare. Anyway. I'm going to say this to get it out of my system. Isla Dawn really gets me going, okay? There's just something about her. Something naughty. I like it. It would be good to see the women's tag team champions floating between the brands more often. Come on. They took the women's tag titles away from NXT, so that means the WWE women's tag titles should show up more often, brother. I get a shot of Mike Rome in his fucking hair, the ring announcer. Dude, you're putting Elaine Bennis's wall of hair to shame, dude. Jakara and Lash, I think they should move up to the main roster soon because they need some more women's tag teams up there to make the division a bit more competitive. But have to say, in saying that, they won't get the focus that they get on NXT. That is like one of my big gripes. Oh my god, how fucking gross are my glasses right now? I hope no one could see that. I didn't realize how smudged they were. They're fucked. Anyway, very interesting stuff. So look, yeah, that's the problem. One of the problems that NXT have, not NXT, but NXT people have faced since since probably the dawn of time. Because unless it's someone like Bray Wyatt, or all the other people from the earlier days, Kevin Owens and all that, like they seem to like get something pretty sweet out of the gate. But, I worry. I don't know. Let's have a look. And I'm sorry that I have to keep doing these sidebars sometimes, but Blair Davenport, what has she done? What has she done? Okay, since being on the main roster, Blair Davenport, who had a hell of a lot of great momentum in NXT, and I was actually saying she was my favorite at the time before she went up to the main roster. Before that was Tiffany Stratton. Um, and then it was Ilya Dragunov as well, but then he went to the main roster. Anyway, the 28th of June, she had her first match on SmackDown where she did not win a triple threat Money in the Bank qualifying match. Then she had a dark match with Tegan Knox on the 5th of July. And on the 12th of July, she lost to Naomi in 7 minutes, 36 seconds. It's stuff like that that fucking pisses me the fuck off. You bring someone up from NXT, this is all they've done. Like her last match in NXT was in April. So she didn't do anything for all of May. Had a dark match in early June. What the why do you fucking bring people up if you haven't got any fucking clue of what you're gonna do with them? Like have a fucking game plan. You don't bring them up and then fucking do nothing with them for a fucking year, like they've done with Isla Dawn and Alba Fire. Let's look. Kiana James. I will finish up with this very soon. Cage match. I know they've done more with Ilya Dragunov. I know that they've done more with Carmelo Hayes. They got too many people, dude. Kiana James made her debut. She had a couple of matches on main event in May. She made her debut beating Natalia in under 3 minutes on the 3rd of June. Her next match, she did not win, which was a Money in the Bank qualifying match on the 17th of June with Zelina Vega and Io Sky. Hasn't done anything since. She was cooking with gas on NXT with Izzy Dame doing some angle from angle to angle to angle she was in. You bring them both up, they're all excited, and then you have nothing for them. And people say I don't give WWE criticism. I fucking do. It pisses me off. Anyway, look, I'll get back to this first match. It's just bullshit, dude. Like, why should I get invested in anyone from NXT and be excited about them going to the main roster if they're going to go up there and they're going to do nothing? And yes, I know Tiffany's doing great. Bron's doing great. Carmelo's getting opportunities. Ilya's getting opportunities. Dijak got fucking kicked to the curb. It's just a shame, dude. Anyway, I don't want anyone to go up now. Like, I don't want anyone to go up because then I'm not going to see anything from them. So Lash got a great hot tag. She's updated her move list a bit too. She's showing a lot of more aggression and fire than usual. The setup to Lash and Jakara's sweet tag team move took a little while. They did look a little disjointed out there, these four ladies, for this match, but it did get better toward the finish. As Jakara gets hit with the finishing move of Isla and Alba, which is, I don't know what they call it. But the Unholy Union retain the tag titles here in 9 minutes 56 seconds. So pretty good. I thought Isla did a great job. Yeah, cool. Ethan Page comes out after the match. He's talking to Oro Mensah, and I'm like, what's this all about? This is what happens. I've missed out on the last 4 or 5 weeks of television, and I had no idea that Oro Mensah and Ethan Page have been having a problem. I thought to myself, this is a bit out of the blue, isn't it? Oro Mensah, before, you never saw him even wrestle. On the rare occasion, whoever was feuding with Noam Dar. Anyway, Ethan tries to hit Oro Mensah in the head with a title belt. Mensah rolls him up for a pin, and Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson count 3, and he pins the NXT champion in obviously a non-title situation there. But I believe this has already happened. And it's been built. This is what I read. It's been building for a few weeks, so at least it's not out of the blue, but it kind of is because of where Oro was once before. But you know what? I don't know. I don't know with these things sometimes, sometimes we get on our fucking high horse with these things and we think, no, it's can't be. They gotta win a contendership match, or they need to have the appropriate build up. And it's true. Like in the case of Jinder Mahal, that guy needed build before beating Randy Orton. He was Orton, wasn't it? Mark Henry got billed before beating Randy Orton. And what do you know? When he won it, people were like, yeah, all right. When Jinder wondered. When Jinder won it, everyone's like, fuck off, man. It's fucking Jinder Mahal, man. What the fuck, can't? Anyway, but I don't know. It's okay sometimes that people who haven't had any spotlight suddenly get an opportunity based off a scenario that helps them slot in there. Oro hasn't done anything to earn a title shot. It's almost like he hasn't even done anything to earn being on the roster because you never see him wrestle. And I say that without seeing the last 5 weeks of TV. But before that, as I just said, not often did you see him wrestle. He was just kind of hanging around his boys and girls there in metaphor. Anyway, Cedric Alexander is backstage with some rookies. Sean Spears comes out and antagonizes him for trying to pass on his knowledge. Brooks Jensen rocks up and is acting like a head case, disheveled. But clearly he is under Sean Spears' tutelage right now. Excuse me, Hank from Hank and Take interviews Tavion Heights. Gotta say it. I don't know what's going on. It confuses me. It concerns me. I don't know where Kelly Kincaid was, but I've said this so many times. Sometimes they give her heaps to do, then sometimes she's not there at all. I don't know what the go is, but look, Hank and Tank needs something to do on the show, but even later on when Joe Hendry was leaving the building, Kelly Kincaid didn't run up to try and get the scoop from him. She wasn't even there. The cameraman asked him the fucking question. You've got to fucking keep legitimacy on your backstage people, your interviewers. They're supposed to be broadcast journalists. It's how they got the job. They have to get the scoop. Anyway, Tavion talks about his past. Hank crosses it over to Tank. Tony D. Hey, T, how you fucking doing, Tony? Hey, how you doing, Tank? How you fucking doing, huh? He doesn't sweat it. And they're going to have a match later on for the Heritage Cup. What's going on with my carpet here? Excuse me. Okay, let's fucking hurry up, Carl. Pete Dunne has a promo. Be fucking done. He makes fun of being Butch. He's just talking about Trick Williams. This is what I think of Trick Williams. Yeah, when I was in Birmingham, oh, well, I was in Birmingham. I was a real fucking tough cunt. And this fucking Trick Williams with his fucking jewelry. He didn't say any of this stuff. Imagine he did though. It's fucking Trick Williams. He fucking whinging and complaining like a fucking prat because he fucking lost the belt. Mate, fucking hang on, hang on. I just changed accents halfway through that then. I went to Scottish. Yeah, fucking anyway. Let's just get over it. Good promo from Pete Dunne. Trick was watching on a TV on a wall uncomfortably. Um, and I know that I don't know. It's just funny how people are there. Like, why did Obafemi show up with his title belt over his shoulder? We didn't see him the whole show. He didn't do anything. So why did we see him arrive to the building? Like, have they already recorded? Have they already recorded week 2? They haven't. No, because week 2 will be live. So why did Obafemi show up? That's fucking crazy. Anyway, come on, let's get to the Heritage Cup match here. Damon Kemp is gone. Tavion Heights is in. Tavion has been waiting for something for a while. He looked good out there. I also wonder what will come of the family because, you know, it's kind of get to the point where they tell you how you fucking doing. Tone has done everything there is to do there. He just needs to probably win the NXT championship at some point. I used to take the piss out of the Heritage Cup so much, but that coincided with Nathan Fraser's title reign, and me not really caring for it. Anyway, Ren Sinclair was spotted in the audience. I wasn't sure why I could see her in the background there, but she made her presence known after the end of round 1. At some point, she charged into the ring and sorry, excuse me. Tony D hit the forget about it in round 2, right? So he got the first pin here on Tavion Heights. Miles Bourne checks on Tavion, trying to give him a pep talk. Then Ren shoved him over, and then Ren gave Tavion a pep talk and smacked him in the face twice, which fucking lit Tavion up. He hit a flurry to open the next round, and he killed Tony in mere seconds with a sick Scott Steiner style belly to belly suplex, and one where he ran into him as he pulled it off. It was really cool. And Ren Sinclair looked fucking good, dude. There's something about short jean shorts that just get me, bro. She wants to join the new Quarter Catch crew, and I'm guessing they're still trying to find a spot for her in NXT. She's been there a little while, so this kind of happens. People kind of debut and they potter around a little bit before they finally get put in a group or something like that. But I think sometimes they do this a lot with the ladies, like Brindley Reese or Jada Parker or Thea Hale. Like there's always one chick that gets slotted with like a tag team or a stable. But I don't know. It's not a big deal. It's just something that I noticed. Uh, anyway, I'm assuming NQCC are going to become babyface soon. That's a boring little comment there. Who gives a shit if that's what I think? Tony retains with a span on the fucking pound there. Tony D'Angelo getting the victory here over Tavion Heights. And I expect an 8-person tag team match to come soon. But I think next week, what we fucking getting next week? We're getting something next week, aren't we? Fuck, I can't remember. Anyway, I think there's a singles match happening next week between some of these fuckers. Anyway, JC Jane is with Jasmine Nix and Fallon Henley. They're having like a cocktail somewhere. They're talking about whatever the fuck's going on with Sol Ruka and Carmen Petrovic or whatever. Lola Vice are all involved. And I'm just like, well, I'll get to it later. Brooks Jensen takes on Cedric Alexander in the next match. Cedric hasn't done anything in a while, has he? His entrance gets cut out as well, so that's not good for him. They both started with their timing a little bit off here. Just a little bit off. I need to at least keep up with the highlights of the weekly product I've written here. So I'm going to try and do that, even if I have to watch that hour-long highlights video. Not hour long. I think it's like half an hour they do of all the shows. Um, I thought if Cedric lost this, I don't. Maybe his time is numbered, but I believe he's going to be sticking around NXT for a while. So good for him. If I were him, I'd be fucking stoked, dude. Main event roster pay for NXT work. Dude, Baron Corbin, what has he done since being back up on the main roster? He was in the fucking hunt in NXT every week doing something fruitful. Goes to the main roster. What is he fucking done? Again, I'm going on this rant now because I went on the rant of people being brought up to the main roster from NXT after being, trained and given a chance to really show what they can do. Okay. So since the changeover with the fucking okay, since NXT, he's had 5 matches on television since April. Since April 23rd, that was his last time in NXT. He has had 5 matches. One was in a gauntlet match where he teamed with Apollo Crews. Why would that be a team? Why is that a team? It looks like they're trying to form a team with him. Fucking Baron, get the fuck away from Apollo Crews. I don't know what. I'm not trying to be mean to Apollo Crews, but they don't do anything with him. He hasn't done anything in years. What is the point of having him around still? I don't know. Let's get back to the match. Jensen hit the Buchanan leg drop off the top, but it's only a 2 count. Then there was this thing where he put Cedric on the announce table and tried to flip bump onto him off the ring apron, but just smashed his foot and ankle on the announce table. And I was like, dude, don't do that. You're gonna fucking break a leg. Brooks gets hit with the lumbar check, and Sean Spears is disappointed at ringside. Brother, that match went 5 minutes and 1 second. Javon Evans is talking about how oh, that's so mean. Javon Evans talking about how uninteresting he is. Some people I saw on Twitter said, "Oh, he seems so real. He seems so wholesome. I like him." That was a really cool package to get to know him. All right, that's good. I'm glad some of you liked it, but I'm like, I've got a problem with him. He's very athletic young man, and he did backyard wrestling just like I did, just like me. But I don't know. We'll see how he goes. Um, Joe Hendry is backstage telling a story. We're seeing the back end of a story here from the backside of Joe Hendry, with 4 women standing in front of him. He hits the punchline, and all the girls start laughing at the same time. He's got like a cast of like 4 women in front of him telling a story, and they all burst into laughter at Joe Hendry's story. Like it's, I think that's like cute, Like they're trying to make Joe Hendry look like he's not a ladies' man, but he's so charming and handsome or whatever that the 4 ladies gave him their attention and he made them laugh. Very cool. The Rascals doing their whatever it's called, is the treehouse thing. I don't know. It's essentially a ripoff of that 70s show, which is great. Do it, dude. That's like honestly, those are the things that you should lift ideas from. Um, so anyway, I don't know. Trey Miguel says he alludes to the fact that he wants to smoke up some fucking greens, bro. Uh, Wes says no to having a smoke because it's PG here. But I reckon it's because Wes is a fucking boring cunt. And by the end of it, the whole purpose of this is to find out that the former MSK, which is Zachary Wentz, I can't remember what his old name was, him and Wesley never lost the tag titles because of the bullshit that got Zachary kicked out of the company or fired. So they've remembered that, and now MSK are going to be back next week to go for the tag team titles then they're going to get baked. Joe Hendry has a concert making fun of what's his name, Joe Coffey. I thought this was great. I thought Joe did a very good job. It was a catchy song. I found myself afterward thinking about the song as I walked off to do something else. Gallus laid him out afterward, hit him in the back with a guitar, and only a little bit of the guitar broke. I don't know what's happened, but can we give a phone call to the guy that used to make Jeff Jarrett's fucking gimmicked guitars? Because Jarrett could actually hit people over the fucking head with them and nothing bad would happen. Like those things were made of fucking paper, how it fucking shredded to bits. Can we not get that? Like, look, after what happened with the chair shot to fucking Jack Perry's head, completely unprotected. I don't care if they shaved the chair and gimmick the chair or whatever. Like they probably shouldn't do stuff like that anymore. Trust me, I miss a fucking chair shot to the head. The visual of it is so fucking good, you know, but if it's fucking people up and it's, you know, it's making them regret it down the line and they're not the same person or their memory's bad, then it's not worth it, dude. But I'm pretty sure that there was only like one time where somebody had got hurt with the guitar because it wasn't gimmicked properly. But like they can make those things paper thin where it doesn't fucking do anything. I'm just sick of like I used to hate when Elias would like hit people in the spine with the guitar. Like I used to love when Jarrett would just go. He still does it now. He still hits people in the head now with the guitar, and it doesn't fucking get an uproar because it's fucking gimmicked so well. Anyway, Hank and Tank annoy Roxy backstage. They're doing some dumb shit with some post-it notes. Roxy cracks the shits. Jada Parker says something smart, wicked smart to her, and continues on her way. Hank and Tank go, ooh, or whatever the fuck. Who cares? I'm assuming Jada Parker is going to be the next challenger for Roxanne Perez. General Manager Ava is backstage with Oro Mensah and Ethan Page after this, and they sign a contract for the title match for next week. Again, it does feel a little bit out of left field for Oro Mensah, but everyone gets a chance. Everyone deserves a chance sometimes. Coming up next, man, like how many people do they have back there waiting to debut? I heard it was between 10 and 20 people ready for television, but just can't find a spot. I see like a package of some sort hyping up Kendall Gray, who's a tag team partner of Carly Bright, who's the former gymnast who we've seen some vignettes of. And then I see Kendall Gray, and I'm just like, what is in the water there in Florida? What's in the water there? I mean, I'm not saying they're all from Florida. They all live in Florida now, but where do they find these people? Obviously, they find the people because they do all these big tryouts and stuff, and they get these former athletes, which is the smartest thing they've ever done. Why would you fucking rely on aging indie talent that won't listen to fucking anything that you have to say because they think they know it all? When you can bring people up like from, you know, college or from a sport. Jasmine Nix, a fucking football player. Sol Ruka was an acrobat. Kalani Jordan was a gymnast. A lot of gymnasts here. Daddy Palmer, who's unfortunately injured right now. A lot of gymnasts. But Carly Bright, fucking cheerleader. That is still an athlete, dude. Kendall Gray, like you saw that she's fucking does wrestling, like amateur wrestling, and she's really good at it. Anyway, also they're fucking like gorgeous, like drop dead fucking gorgeous, dude. And I just keep thinking to myself, shit, how does anyone concentrate there? Like, and it's not just the chicks, the dudes are pretty good looking as well. So, like, how does anyone focus? There's all these hot people around. Jada Parker's the opponent. It's just like fucking hell. Just can't escape it, mate. Oh, by the way, apparently Out the Mud were out there at ringside with her, but like anyone could fucking notice. So once Jada joined Out the Mud, Scripps was on borrowed time, dude. They didn't need him anymore. I feel a little bad for guys like that. I feel bad for him actually. You know, did he really get a good shot? I don't know. I thought Kendall was really good, and this is something that is prevalent now with NXT. When Jasmine Nix had her first match, I was expecting, you know, a lot of people when they debut in NXT, they're a little bit rough around the edges when they start off. But man, Jasmine Nix was amazing in her first match, and Kendall was really good here too. Carly did a good job at ringside with her facial expressions, her reactions. Miles Bourne came out again, and he got thrown by Kendall again, which is kind of funny to be honest. Because you know what? Okay, I get annoyed at stuff like this because look at the size of Kendall, dude. Miles Bourne's throwing himself, dude. He's just flipping. Okay, he's just flipping. I don't like stuff like this. Usually I will complain about it, but the size of her is such a differentiation from Miles Bourne. It made me laugh. That it happened twice in a row, like 2 weeks in a row. Anyway, um, so in the end, Jada Parker hits her sweet hip attack there for the victory. 4 minutes, 3 seconds. Let's move forward. Um, backstage, okay. Do I have a problem with this? Let's see. Sorry, just moving some of my notes around. Excuse me. Thank you. Um, okay. There we go. LWO backstage talking to Axiom. Nathan interrupts and says, how's it going, amigos? Oh, you're so funny, dickhead. They're talking in Spanish. Then he's like, oh, hello, what's going on here? I don't understand your language. What are you talking about, lads? And Axiom's just like, yeah, fucking nothing, bro. Don't fucking worry about it, cunt. Here comes Robert Stone, who is one of the assistants of Ava now, which now she's got two assistants now, which means Ava's time on screen is down 66.6%. And if they'll stop getting other people to fucking do interviews, then maybe Kelly Kincaid can get on a fucking show. They still got that Sarah Schreiber there as well. She's in NXT. Fucking come on, man. Give these people something to do. Robert Stone rocks up, and I'm like, who's this now? It was Stevie Turner. I didn't recognize her at first, but I was like, what is she wearing? Like, holy fuck, dude. The shortest skirt ever with fishnets like stockings that come up just below the skirt, and they have the little bit of lace that goes upward, which I believe would be attached to her underwear. I imagine, but that's the only direction it's headed in. So, okay, like that kind of thing, that fucking kills me, dude. Okay, so when I'm seeing this, I'm like, man, like this roster's going to fucking do my head in. I can't deal with this, right? Anyway, so Axiom ends up signing for the tag title shot without talking to Nathan about it first. Nathan's not happy about the situation. What the fuck was that all about, Axiom? You didn't even fucking talk to me about it first. Oh, hello there. I'm Nathan Fraser. I don't know why I have to be like a robot when I do him. Anyway, speaking of me losing my fucking mind, coming up next is a 6 women's tag team match. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to keep making it about this, but it's difficult. Okay, it's difficult for me to handle this. It's just it's too much, bro. It's a lot of stimulus hitting me in the brain, and I need to talk about it and say it out loud to get past it, to get over it. I can't keep bunging it up inside me until I was gonna say explode, but it's not what I mean. Fuck. JC, Jasmine, and Fallon are three baddies that I can hardly handle, dude. Their opponents weren't even out there yet, and I already knew what was going to come. Right? um, this entrance happened before the Nathan Fraser backstage shit. Anyway, when they came back, Well, I wasn't happy. They were skimming the entrances. No, please do not skim or cut out any of Lola Vice's entrance. I know that you wanted to do a thing where they all walk to the ring together to cut some time. That's fair enough. Okay. But yeah. Ruka, dude, she is so fit. Like, I reckon 0% body fat on her. She is like fit, cut, ripped, jacked. Uh, Lola. Lola Vice has it, dude. She will be a WWE Women's Champion one day. She's just got the character down. She's legit. Did you see like Booker T referenced like the video with the kicks on her Twitter this week? Did you see her do those quick fire kicks? Like, dude, like all of them, it looked like that every single one of them fucking hurts, dude. Shit. Carmen with a dive, Soul with the sky twisted to the outside. This is awesome. I thought to myself, these women are the future of wrestling right here. All the women in NXT are the future of pro wrestling. So someone like Anna Jay, who's still 26, or a Julia Hart, like, get out of there. Get in there as soon as you can, because I'm telling you, again, they got 20 people waiting to be on the main roster, on the NXT roster. There is not going to be a place for anyone who's just like an indie worker or an AEW person to come across unless it's someone like a Jordan Grace, right? Anyway, um, JC Jane, gonna have to give her the wag of the finger here. I don't think she was on her A game for this show. She preemptively bumped when Sol Ruka was doing her springboard flipping clothesline to herself and Fallon Henley. Fallon was in the right position. JC, I don't know if it was her mask that had something to do with it, but she was not in position and she bumped preemptively, which made it look just terrible, dude. Come on, JC, you've been there long enough now. You can't be making mistakes like that. This had decent drama. Nix hit a sweet fisherman suplex. Jasmine Nix is good, dude. Carmen is doing great too. I thought she shined as well, and she will get what she's looking for at some point in the future. I'm guaranteeing it. They got a decent amount of time here. It was 12 minutes and 57 seconds for this match. So, longest match on the show. Nix hit a sweet Pele kick. Fallon dropped Carmen, and Fallon Henley got the win. Good shit. Fucking good shit. Okay. Kalani Jordan. This is so funny, dude. Why is she walking around with her title on her shoulder when there's only one match left? What is she doing there? What is she doing there? She's not performing on the show. Why is she walking around with a title on her shoulder? Go back to the. You don't need to be there. This stuff makes me laugh so much, dude. Like, Obafemi shown arriving to the building and we don't hear from him or see of him again. Fucking hilarious, dude. Anyway, Tatum wants to play dolls with Kalani, and I'm like, man, I'll play Tatum. Whatever you want to do, I'll do it, and I will put in so much effort that you'd be very appreciative. Okay, if you want to play dolls, we'll play dolls. I'm not being a simp, okay? I'm trying to be funny. Fuck you. I can just feel someone called me a simp then. Okay. So Kalani doesn't want to play dolls with her. So then Tatum wants an North American title shot. Just like that. As easy as that, dude. That's the easiest way to get a fucking title shot is annoy someone for a second, then tell them you want a shot at the belt. Boom. It's going to be booked. And then Wendy fucking Chu's in the background. Looks like she's going to be aligning with Tatum Paxley. Whatever. As long as she's not doing that sleepy gimmick that she did once before, then I'm fine with it. Joe Hendry charging into the parking lot. He challenges Joe Coffey to a match. Let's get to our main event of the evening here. NXT Women's Championship. Roxanne Perez taking on Thea Hale of Chase U. And great technical wrestling early on between these two ladies. Thea with a moonsault to the outside at one stage was fantastic. I saw a lot of comments on Twitter complimenting Thea Hale, saying she has a hell of a future in the company. Good for her. She's only fucking like 20 or something like that. And she's already doing great. Well done. Great suspense encounters with the submissions. I knew Thea wasn't going to win, though. ROXANNE is going on a run, and it won't end anytime soon. Thea hits her cute little coffin drop that she hits. The referee was fixing the ring apron at one stage. She did not see Thea Hale getting her eyes raked. ROXANNE and Thea had a back and forth with their submissions, but then we get a really cool finish here where ROXANNE managed to hit the pop rocks to retain the championship. Not really much else to add there. Just that I was kind of a bit miffed that the whole thing with Ridge Holland giving Thea Hale advice earlier in the show about, winning at all costs, and like it not really coming into play in the match psychology at all. That was the only thing that kind of confused me. But anyway, ROXANNE defended it successfully in 11 minutes, 21 seconds. I'm giving this show a 7.5 out of 10. It was enjoyable, had fun, but right now I'm going to respond to some tweets. Okay. So the first one here for the response to the tweets here on my Great American Bash review is from Sammy at It's Sam Myson. It's Sam My SZN. Fucking whatever. So this is a response to WWE posting about Isla Dawn and Alba Fire being confident as ever as are facing Bianca and Jade this week on SmackDown. Sammy said they barely defend them titles as is. It's no relevance to them. And they were barely on TV. And you want me to actually care about these titles? Make it make sense. Make your tweet make sense, dude. They barely defend them titles as is. It's no relevance to them, and they were barely on TV, and you want me to actually care about these titles? Make it make sense. I don't know what you're saying needs to make sense. I don't know what you're saying is mean. Make what makes sense. Like, how are them celebrating their victory and being confident after the victory of facing Bianca and Jade? How is that not making any sense? It doesn't matter how many times they've been on TV with the belts in the last since they won them at fucking whatever fucking pay-per-view it was. I don't fucking remember. Jesus Christ. Clash of the Castle. Terrible memory. They defended the belts on the 24th of June against Chance and Carter. They haven't defended them since, which is a bit shit, but it's just over a month. And now they're defending the titles twice in 1 week. So Logan Paul's only defended his US title like fucking 3 times since he's had it, and he's had it for fucking ages. And the Young Bucks have not defended the tag titles since they won them at Dynasty. Make it make sense. Like, it kind of does make sense because they're EVPs and they don't want to have title defenses and they can get away with it. Next tweet from at Roan_WWE. What's going on with Obafemi, the best champion on the brand and maybe in the company, but off TV 2 weeks in a row, despite being shown arriving at the PC at the start of the night, and only champion not to have a title match at Great American Bash. I'm guessing maybe it's an injury thing. Why wouldn't Obafemi be on injured? Is he injured? Obafemi. Well, I can't see anything about an injury, but maybe they haven't said anything. That's just a guess, because like it doesn't make sense that Obafemi would not be defending his title on the Great American Bash or be actively involved in some sort of angle. From Jacob Fatu, my goat, gooned up, hashtag NXT, hashtag Great American Bash, hashtag Jada Parker, and it's Gunter on one side and Jada Parker's tush on the other. That fucking makes you laugh every time, dude. It's always Gunter. Because you know his spank would fucking fucking kill. Anyway. Next tweet from lyric_wrestling. Don't let this man sing again. And it's a picture of Joe Hendry. I don't know what you were watching, bro, but I think it was enjoyable. It was pretty good. You get out there and sing on the guitar. Some people just like to complain, they just like to say things just because they want to say it. I don't understand this one from our at lyric_wrestling again. Spot the difference. You won't. Hashtag NXT GAB. And it's a picture of Shawn Michaels and Tony Khan. And he's saying that you can't spot the difference between the two. I can. One is good at writing wrestling television and okaying what a group of people pitch for ideas, in their writer's room. The other one is terrible at writing a wrestling show. And one has like balding hair, and the other one should fucking cut his hair because it looks like a rat's nest. Let's move forward. 3 more tweets to look at. I think it's safe to say that the future of the women's division is in good hands, said Big Ass Big Al. And there's pictures of Jasmine Nix, Fallon Henley, JC Jane, Roxanne Perez, Thea Hale, Sol, Carmen, and Lola. I agree, Ace Baba. I agree wholeheartedly. Next one. At that_philosophy. Ori Mensah getting an NXT title shot in the year of our Lord 2024. LeMayo. I don't like that. The men's division in NXT is desperate. Is in need desperate. Hang on. Is in desperate need of reinforcements, to say the least. So I'm getting a bit tired now. And then there's the laugh with a bit of sweat coming down. I don't understand that emoji, but they're not in desperate need of reinforcements, I don't think. As I said earlier, some people deserve to get a fucking shot, right? Because if it wasn't him, it would probably be Noam Dar doing this angle. George Mac 90393 responded saying, to be fair, they've been building this feud since before Heatwave, so it is a bit overdue. Philosophy says, yeah, but like Oro, crying, laughing. Break of Dawn, he says, give Trick the belt back. I've had enough, lol. That_philosophy says, nah, Trick will be just as bad. Unfortunately, both Ethan and Trick are amazing. It's just the NXT men's division is pretty hot garbage. RN. At Broken Wrestling _ says they clearly want to build people up and give people chances, but Oro is a definitional jobber, unfortunately. Nobody needs this, really. That's why you're a Broken Wrestling fan, because you refuse to give people an opportunity. I remember one guy said years ago that he would never take Cody seriously after being Stardust. And I said, yeah, well, one day he'll prove it to you. And then he did. And then that guy never fucking said anything about it. But I don't like tweets like this. I don't like philosophy here. Like, Trick will be just as bad, unfortunately. Like, what? Like, it's not about who. It's about the fucking content, right? Why would Trick be bad as champion? Like, what do you want then? Like, who do you want to be the champion then? Who? What do you want? What? Who do you want it to go on? You can give criticism, dude, but you got to give like a suggestion of something. Like, what do you want? What is it that you want? You got to understand, you wrestling fans. Like, I feel like a lot of you are just never going to be happy with anything. If it's bad, it's bad. I get it, but like, there are times where you got to give people a chance. And Oro Mensah has been there a while. He's getting a chance. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I was surprised already Ethan Page was the NXT champion. I was surprised that they took the belt off Trick so quickly, and now Trick's fucking off doing something else. To me, but then again, I was miffed when Steve Macklin had the TNA World title taken off of him like 2 months after he won it. I thought he was going to go on a run. So you never know. They throw spanners in the works every now and then because they decide that they want to go in a different direction. Anyway, that's the final tweet. Thank God it's over. I'm Karlifornia. This is the Slam Society. Please like and subscribe and hit the bell. We've got retro reviews coming up of SummerSlam this weekend. We got retro reviews of SummerSlam 1988 coming up before this weekend where we review SummerSlam. Hopefully we'll have a SummerSlam simulation on 2K24 coming our way this weekend at some fucking point. Hopefully Friday. I don't know. What else is there, motherfucker? And then before week 2's review of Great American Bash, oh yeah, we didn't get to do a simulation of that either. Doesn't matter. It's annoying with these 2-week things. So what was I saying? Yeah, I'm going to review Great American Bash 1988. So there we have it. Thank you for joining me here. I'm Karlifornia, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.